Welcome everyone to the Avengenerds podcast, where we're talking about DC, Star Wars, and more. I'm your host Torn, and with me is my co-host Peyton.
Yo.
Today we'll be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine in the news of the week. There'll be time codes in the description if you want to jump around. And with that, here's Peyton with the news.
All right. Just want to start off by saying, by the time this comes out, there's going to be a lot of news coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. We're recording this literally right after Torn gets out from seeing the movie.
I know.
And literally tomorrow is San Diego Comic-Con, but we can't record then because you're going on a cruise. So we got to record it now. But obviously we're going to get to that eventually. Next week, probably. Or whenever. It doesn't matter. Point being, we're not going to be talking about it this week, but I assume it's going to be exciting. Anyway, get into the news. Time codes, the description, or the show notes. We're going to do non-spoilers and spoilers, so both of those will be there if you care about that. But yeah, let's get started so we can get into the review. A prequel series to The Boys is in the works, starring Jensen Ackles and Aya Cash. Aya Cash is Stormfront. The series follows a twisted murder mystery about the origins of Vought in the 1950s, the early exploits of Soldier Boy, and the diabolical maneuvers of a soup known to fans as Stormfront.
That'd be so cool.
This is
so awesome.
It sounds so good. But more Soldier Boy in any capacity is a W. Then in quickie news, Invincible has been renewed for season 4. Good stuff. That show is going to be going on for 15 years. Next, we have some DC news. This is according to Entertainment Weekly. The Penguin takes place 1 week after the first film and leads directly into the Batman 2. They are the bridge between the two films. Also, there's going to be a panel for the Penguin during San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know what kind of new info we're going to get there, but I guess we'll see. Then we have the Joker 2 trailer. And it's a joke. It's Joker, but they're singing.
It's something, all right.
It looks like a movie. I will watch it because of my morbid curiosity, but yeah, I'm not excited for this. I don't care.
All I see is pretty visuals, and that's it.
Yeah, the cinematography is gorgeous, but as a movie, I don't know. There was some early review. I don't know, critic. I don't know who saw it, but they were like, it was fucking incredible. Everyone's jaws were on the floor. I'm like, okay, calm down. You said that about the first one. Then we have the Creature Commandos trailer that just came out from San Diego Comic-Con. We also got to look at the DC Studios logo. Looks classic, beautiful. Yeah, Creature Commandos. I mean, there's nothing to really say. I mean, it's Creature, but Suicide Squad. It's the first thing coming out of the DCU. It's coming out in December, so still definitely going to be looking forward to that. Then some Marvel news. Kevin Feige says there's no immediate plans for Eternals 2. That's unfortunate because even though the movie wasn't all that great, a lot of the concepts and stuff were new to the MCU. The visual style was new to the MCU. It was a big swing. I'm happy that they took it. I feel like they're taking the wrong lessons from its I don't even know. I don't even want to really call it a failure, but I think they're taking the wrong lessons away from that experience.
I think they're letting literally just a minority of, film bros and all these other people who just hate on the movie take that with their perception of the movie a little too harshly, because I think the movie is overhated, and like you said, just the filmmaking and the concepts of this movie into the MCU is something that could be applied down the line, but it's a shame. I definitely wanted to see what they could do with Eternals. I definitely wanted to see more of Kit Harington for sure. I mean they could show up for other projects as well, but yeah, definitely. It's still upsetting,
Yeah, they had really interesting characters. It's just I don't know. I think an Eternals 2 could be really good, but if they, just learn the right lessons from the first movie, and course correct it a little bit, but it is what it is. This is according to Games Radar. Marvel Studios apparently planted fake leaks to hide the biggest cameos in Deadpool and Wolverine. I wouldn't know because I don't fucking look at leaks, but I am curious to know what those fake leaks were. This is according to film music reporter. The Newton brothers, who did the music for X-Men 97, will compose the score for Daredevil Born Again. Incredible news. They're fantastic. I was telling you that, as cool as this is, I do hope they keep the Netflix theme at least, because it's iconic.
Yes.
But yeah, them doing the music for this is fantastic. And I think that's the news of the week. I wrote it all down pretty frantically because I don't know. Gotta get this all out before we get into the review. Did
you talk about Gen V season 2?
What, that it was renewed? I mean, we knew that. They're shooting it right now.
No. So, big news for Gen V. I got an email today that I'm gonna be in Gen V.
Okay, bro.
No, I'm being serious.
Okay, bro.
Just wait till you see me, bro. I'm gonna be in the translucent family.
Oh my god.
No, not there.
So annoying. But that is the news of the week. Torn, it's time.
Dude, I just got out the movie, fresh out. I'm not doing non-spoilers. I'm going straight in.
So do you want me to just take over non-spoilers? Because we still got to do it.
It's an
important thing. It's for bro, this kind of movie.
We don't gotta do shit, bro.
We do have to. We have to
do shit. No, okay, let's go. Yeah, this is non spoilers.
Okay. Okay. It was great.
Yeah, it's fucking good. It's really good.
So I think I'll start with my concerns that were then alleviated after watching the film. One of my biggest concerns was the action. It looked cool in the trailers, but I was like, are they just saving the best parts for the trailer? No. The action was really, really great. I didn't really know exactly what to expect from it, considering Sean Levy. By the way, it's Levy. I finally found out how to pronounce it.
Levy, you've called him Levy Levi.
I know.
Past couple of months.
Both are wrong. But Sean Levy, his previous films, they're, besides Real Steel, it's not really action heavy. And the ones that are action heavy, it's not like this style. Because like Real Steel is boxing, Free Guy was really cartoony, wacky. Not that this isn't cartoony, but it's a different vibe, Yeah, luckily it really didn't disappoint. A lot of it was so good. Another thing I was worried about I wasn't worried about it. I was excited, but I was, I thought maybe they'd get a little overzealous, was the cameos.
Yeah.
And while there were quite a bit, there was actually less than I was expecting, and they weren't overbearing. They didn't take away from anything, at least in my opinion. I've seen others disagree with that, and that's fine. To me, it didn't feel like they were doing too much.
Yeah, I felt like they have served their purpose, and just being there and them like being with the audience. Of all, very, very unfortunate. Josh got spoiled on two of the biggest cameos.
Oh,
because Entertainment Tonight was like, oh yeah, we have Deadpool Wolverine, and we have this person as this, and this person as this, and I'm like, bro, I probably would have cut my ears off after that.
Damn,
bro.
Wait, which Entertainment Tonight?
Yeah,
that's great. It's usually Variety that's the biggest bitch when it comes to spoilers.
Because like you said, like because like it was like in his home, like the TV was like blasting loud, and they just said some of the spoilers, and I'm like, dude, I would be pissed, but like I was like, ain't no way. I was like, bruh,
that's so annoying.
No, I would be really annoyed. Yeah, you can continue. I wanted to say something about the spoilers.
Yeah, well, with the cameos, it's if you're I can't speak for you, but if you're a mega nerd like me and know a little bit too much about how these films are made and the behind the scenes stuff, you could probably expect like 90% of the cameos that are in this. Like you could probably guess. That's not to say it's predictable, although technically I guess I'm saying it's predictable, but it's not like predictable in a bad way. However, there was at least one cameo. Well, technically there were two cameos that I weren't expecting, but one I saw and I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. But there was one that I fully wasn't expecting.
Yeah,
we'll get into spoilers.
I know what you're talking about. And I audibly yelled out in the theater, dude. on some endgame shit.
Yeah, it was like 3 seconds long, but it was worth it. Anyway, yeah, like I said, the cameos don't feel forced. Some are blink and you miss it. But the ones that are like front and center, they feel like they have a purpose and aren't just there for the sake of it. I was also concerned that the movie wouldn't have the heart that the first two had, which I feel like is what made those first two movies work for me in the first place. Like, yeah, like the action and the comedy is fun, but if it's just that for 2 hours, it can get annoying, which it already is for a lot of people. But if there's no heart there, and that's what in the first one when it came out, that's what took me by surprise the most. I was like, oh wow, there's actually like an emotional core to this movie. To Deadpool. And again, it was great. It kept the same flavor that the first two had as far as the heart went, so that's a big plus. Overall, it's not a perfect movie. It definitely feels fast, I guess. It's like fat because they're cramming in so much. So it definitely feels very fast paced. I think it eases up towards this like second, like the middle of like the second to third act. I think it slows up, but yeah, that first act, blazing speed. Yeah, so the pacing may be a bit odd at times, and some of the jokes don't land, but it's also like there's like a million jokes a minute, so it's like it's kind of a guarantee. But you can tell an incredible amount of love was put into it. There's also it's hard for me to fully give like a score to it because there is so much that like I have to see it again. It's one of those movies where I feel like I can't give a real score until I see it again. But for now, it's an 8.5 to 9 out of 10 for me. For now.
Yeah, I would say I gave it like about an 8 as well. For me, I would definitely say like, yeah, it definitely kept some of the heart as from the first two, even though I do not like Deadpool 2. The movie's a fucking mess. Ew.
Okay, bro.
It's not good.
It is good. I don't like it as much as it's the worst one, but
you're right. It is the worst one because it's a 2 out of 10. Anyways.
Okay.
But for real, one of my problems with Deadpool, because like I haven't seen the first one in a long time, but I mean I frankly remember it. So one of the things for me, my concern was I thought it was gonna be a Guardians 2 moment where there's so much comedy that like it was gonna not be like, or it was gonna have enough serious moments for me, but then I had to reel myself back and I'm like, well, this is Deadpool. But then you also have that with Wolverine. That's where like Wolverine kind of balances out that like, serious and comedic stuff that's going on. So no, that was a concern for me, but then I had to reevaluate myself and I'm like, oh wow, yeah, this is the movie that we're going into. Like I said about the cameos, they don't feel forced. We'll get into it later, but oh my god, like they were good. They were good. They were really, really good. I have to say, really think the action, like it's very video game like, and that's what I like about it. Like it's very like cutscene worthy,
Definitely.
So
but like in a good way.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's really, really in a good way. And there was a part which I'll get into later. It was kind of in the third act where they're in the city, and then after like this bus scene happens, there's a part where I'm like, this looks like a fucking video game, like just by the way of the stances and everything.
In a bad way.
No.
Okay, I thought that part because I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
that was like a little bit. I was like,
yeah. I was like, I mean, I wasn't trying to make like, I mean, I wasn't trying to give it too much thought, but I was like, okay, this looks, it's something. It's a graphic of kind, you know. But obviously, you know, it's like I get to see.
They came straight out of Fortnite.
I mean, I get to see more Wolverine, so it's cool. In terms of like in terms of like the villain, cool. Not too much, but very cool.
Better than the first two movies.
Yes, I fucking hate I just hate Ed Skrein. Ed Skrein just a hateable person, hateable character. In his movies.
Blame Zack Snyder.
You blame Zack Snyder?
Yeah,
because of him in Rebel Moon.
Yes.
I haven't seen part 2, so I don't know. But yeah, Ed Skrein is he's a very hateable person when it comes to movies, and you know, and his villains. But the second one, yeah, there was no villain because the movie's forgettable shit. Yes, third one, this villain, Sandra Nova, pretty good. So I wish I would slap her bald head. Didn't get enough of her, but still overall very good. I would give this movie an 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
I'll definitely see it again for sure.
Like you said, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, him being the counterpoint to Deadpool in this, like again, no spoilers, but there's a scene where he's like, we gotta move, bro.
Yeah,
like let's get serious for a second. He like literally, but yeah, performances were great. Hugh Jackman, there's a couple moments in this where Hugh Jackman really steals the show.
Yeah, no, yeah, there was, you know, I think
there was a Prisoners moment.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, where like his, you know, of course, you know, it's like different, you know, when the actor, you have like some like sort of range, but like his acting really shines through in Wolverine in this scene where like it was them in the car for sure. I was like, damn, this is really good. I really like that. Also, going back to cameos, you know, yeah, you know, like you said, like there weren't too many cameos, and I thought they're going to be a little overzealous with them. There is one cameo that I wasn't trying to let a WandaVision moment hit me, but there's one cameo I was hoping that they would do, but it didn't happen. I was like, damn, that would have been so cool to see. But we'll get into that later. But yeah, Hugh Jackman definitely was definitely a highlight for this, for sure. I wish he sung in this movie. You know what I'm saying?
You wish he sung? I mean, his song is on the soundtrack.
No, I wish he actually did a full musical scene, you know?
Well, apparently Ryan Reynolds did say that was actually in one of the drafts.
That would have been funny.
Would it have been? I don't know. I feel like I'd be like, do I like this? I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything more. The villain, like you said, solid, but not anything out of this world. There's a secondary villain who I really liked. There's an effect that Cassandra Nova has that's really fucking sick. But yeah, outside of that, yeah, I can't think of anything else non-spoilery. So let's go. You want to get into spoilers?
Yes, I'm so ready.
All right, spoiler warning. We're about to spoil the shit out of this movie. So when Jeff the Land Shark showed up,
damn, didn't catch that. We got a Jeff the Land Shark wannabe. That fucking dog.
What? What you got against the dog, bro?
Bro, I don't like that dog.
Why not?
I don't like that dog because it's not my dog, bro.
Okay.
I want it to be my dog. So fucking cute, bro. And it's crazy. I did see a picture of that on social media. I didn't really think too much of it.
What,
that dog got a lot. Yeah, dog pool. Yeah,
dog pool is everywhere.
I know. I saw it on Twitter and I was like, man, like this dog got a lot more screen time. But the dog is really cute. Dog pool's really cute. If Jeff the Land Shark showed up, I probably would have like screamed.
I know.
Squeal with a little girl.
Would have lost it. All right, spoilers. Well, I don't even know where to start. Okay, the opening scene, just the opening, probably fucking crazy. One of the best in the MCU period. It's up there with Guardians Volume 2.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I mean, that was what a way to open the movie.
That was so fucking crazy. Like that's also like what I meant by like, you know, like the video game action that's like giving like cutscene type shit.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking cool.
It's so cool. It's super fun. Super Deadpool.
I know it's super Deadpool. Like very bloody, just murdering a bunch of TVA agents.
At the grave of Logan.
I know. That's using his fucking adamantium skeleton as weapons.
Crazy as nuts. I adore that because the entire. I wonder how long that actual section is. Like line of dialogue has been in the film where he literally says like fans have been asking how are you going to honor Logan's legacy. It's like, well, we're not. Like, I love how just blunt and upfront they were with it. And I'm curious after like more general audiences have seen it, I wonder if more people are going to be upset or the fact that they just went the fact that they just doubled down, if people are just going to respect that. I hope it's the latter because it was great. Like Logan is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I would argue one of the best superhero movies ever made. I don't really care. It's fucking fun. It's not like it ruins the movie. It's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
It does go into the question, when the fuck is this movie set?
Yeah, because I was really he also fucking gets into it's fucking crazy how this universe is the Deadpool universe, part of the Logan verse, and convoluted timeline number one. Gotta love Fox universe, you know?
Yeah, the whole movie's a love letter to the Fox universe.
For sure. But
the TVA catch him, and and Paradox is like, "Hey, bro, your world's fucked. you're screwed.
Your world's fucked, and you could be part of the greatest timeline to ever exist. You could become an Avenger, but your homie's gonna die, bro. Like,
your homie is dead.
What?
Logan's dead." So that's why his universe dies. So Deadpool's like,
well, I know. Yeah, basically, he's like, like the anchor point is, the anchor point. Every time I has an anchor point, and he's like, of course, Deadpool thought he was the anchor point. He's like, no, you're not the anchor point. Logan is.
You thought you were the anchor point, bro? Like, what are you?
He's like, nah. He's like, yeah, you got 72 hours before your timeline's fucked. Come to the sacred timeline now.
And he was like, there was a little bit of allusion to, I think it was executed pretty well. There were like allusions to Loki season 2, where if you'd seen it, it's like, Loki season 2. But if you hadn't seen it, then it's like, okay, it's like because they used to prune him, but now they don't. It's like, well, why not? Well, Loki season 2. So that was really cool. Also, he met up with the boy Happy Hogan. It's like, please make me an Avenger.
He's like, please make me an Avenger. It's like, you were a chauffeur. He's like, well, I mean, I used to chauffeur, but now
it took me a little bit to like wrap my head around the timeline again, because it was like it was like he was with Happy Hogan and he was like, oh, where's the big guy? And I was like, what big guy is he talking? Like Pepper Pot? What the fuck? Bro's dead. I was like, oh wait, it's 2018. He'd be alive.
He's like, he doesn't do these things anymore. I'm the one that does them.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, he doesn't do these things anymore. Like, oh, Deadpool doesn't know he's dead. But no, he's alive. I'm just a dumbass.
Part of me thought they were going like super fucking meta, and it's like fucking Jon Favreau's like ahead of like, some fucking corporate office somewhere.
I fully thought it was Kevin Feige initially. I was like, no way he's talking to Kevin Feige.
That'd be crazy. That would have been super duper meta.
It would have been insane. He's like, please let me join the MCU. He's like, no. I know, right? But so Paradox, blah blah blah. Then he's like, all right, I'm just gonna go get a new Logan to just plop into my universe. And we get a montage of him
just like going to different universes and different Logans. The fucking comic book accurate one. That shit was hilarious, dude.
It was also really funny because when the lead up to the movie and the first images we got of Hugh Jackman back, I was like, man, his hair is pretty short. And his beard. I was like, they couldn't give him. I was like, and then that part happened. I was like, okay, so it was a choice. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was so insane.
My comic accurate short king. Oh my god, that was so fucking crazy.
And then we get like the comic accurate, but like the original
the classic costume,
the yellow and brown. And that was the part I was telling you, though. It was like, oh, that's Will's gonna lose it.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And then the Hulk shows up for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
My theater went fucking gasped.
So one of the cameo. Oh yeah, and then fucking speaking of one of the cameos, you have fucking, oh my god, fucking Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
Wolverine.
That's the one I was talking about. Not expecting it whatsoever.
I know, I wasn't expecting it either. I was like, at first, sorry, this fucking movie ruined my memory of Henry Cavill. I thought they were doing like some fucking CGI shit with Henry Cavill. You know, some fucking 2017 Justice League shit, but no, it was actually really him. I'm glad that he was able to
the cavalry
CGI.
I just, how'd they keep that under wraps? Like, because it's been around the rumor mill that Marvel Studios is talking to Henry Cavill. But now I'm curious. I'm like, okay, is this the role, or is this like, we want you in the MCU, but for now, as a little taste, you want to cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine? I don't know, but okay, yeah, I wasn't expecting him at all. Huge surprise, so cool. But 2 things. One, it was hilarious how Deadpool is like, it's better than like the way the other guys treated you or whatever.
Yeah,
and that was nice. And 2, he looks great.
He looks amazing.
He looked great. Now I'm like, do I want Henry Cavill as Wolverine? He looked great. He sounded great. I'm like, hey, yo, is this a backdoor? Like, hey, this is our new Wolverine?
Hey, dude, it could happen. It could happen. But that was fucking crazy. Also, you know, they had the other Logans, the crucified Wolverine. You had Patch, and this is where my expectations kind of got the best of me. I thought that because they were gonna go balls to the wall cameo, I was hoping that Patch was Daniel Radcliffe.
I was thinking you were gonna say that. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. But that's also, in your defense, the whole rumor was that Patch was gonna be played by a different actor.
Like, or even like fucking like another Wolverine was played by fucking Taron Egerton, something like that.
Yeah,
or like a fucking Patch was playing with Joe Fixit, you know, fucking Grey Hulk.
Yeah, everyone was throwing out like you said, Taron Egerton, Daniel Radcliffe. No one's fucking throwing out Henry Cavill.
I mean, dude, glad to see the Henry Cavill in the MCU movie.
That's so good.
Well, actually, yeah, there has been like recently, there has been rumors like, oh yeah, Henry Cavill cast in the rumors to be in the MCU very soon. And I guess the rumor was right. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. But
oh yeah, I forgot. Fucking Old Man Logan was in there.
Oh yeah.
I am trying to figure out what variant of Wolverine that was in like the little alley.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Definitely some fucking losers that knew off the bat. What a bunch of fucking nerds they'd be.
Had I fucking known. Damn, can't have shit, dude.
God, imagine I spoiled you about Henry Cavill. How pissed would you be?
Probably wouldn't be that pissed.
All right, damn it, should have spoiled you. Sad.
But
speaking of Henry Cavill, it's really funny that with this movie alone, like as far as like critic score and audience score wise, it's going to be the highest score superhero film he's ever been in.
I know. Oh, I found it. It's the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. That's the other one. Found it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But continue.
No, but that was pretty much it. Like, it's gonna be the highest scored superhero movie there's ever been because he's been cocked by the DCEU.
For sure.
Poor guy. And then his 3-second cameo in a Deadpool movie. Like, that's gonna show up on his Rotten Tomatoes. Like, Superman, rotten. Wolverine variant, 90%.
I mean, you love to see it, though. You love to see it.
Good for him. But yeah, obviously he gets to the Wolverine we see in the rest of the film. Apparently he's the worst Wolverine.
Because he let the X-Men die, which is fucking crazy. He was on some Andrew Garfield post Spider-Man 2 shit. I mean, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 shit. He was just killing people, and that's like what led to the fucking downfall of the X-Men. Damn, bro. You see what alcohol does to a motherfucker, bro?
True. You think sometimes healing factors are weird, because sometimes it's like, yeah, you can get drunk, and other times, nah, you can't. Like, Captain America can't get drunk, but Wolverine, he definitely can get drunk.
I think it's like just, I mean, in terms of like adamantium and like, you know, it's just like a regenerative like thing. I don't think it's like it has to affect like, you know, your DNA. Because I mean, just the adamantium is just in his bones, you know, with like the super soldier serum.
Right,
like,
but the adamantium isn't his healing factor. His healing factor is his mutant ability.
Yeah, that is true. But then again, it's like with the super soldier serum, it's like affecting like your entire DNA. It's just like it's kind of like an external thing. But I mean, mutants can still get drunk. It's just a gene that's like, it's an evolutionary gene, you know.
All right, fucking nerd. Jeez.
Hey, I'm not a nerd. Hey, bro, I'm not a nerd, bro. That's exactly what
a nerd, said. Bro.
Hey, brother, I'm just saying, dog. Hey, sorry that I got fucking the entire Eternals omnibus from what's that shit called? Comic book store 2 days ago for $150. You know,
bro's wasting his money on garbage.
I did not do that. I just happen to know that.
It's pretty cringe, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, buddy.
Anyway, they get pruned. They get sent to the void.
Yeah, they get sent to the void.
Then we get that sick ass fight between Wade and Logan, and it's fucking sick. Like
it was so cool.
The first move Wolverine pulls out, he's fucking just going on all fours. I was like, okay, that really set the tone for his action, like throughout the movie. I was like, oh, we're going Wolverine.
Yeah, I know. That was like really, really cool. But yeah, I'm glad that like even though the fucking that void fight had like 10,000 set photos, I don't even care because that looked brought it to justice. The whole fight was incredible.
So they definitely had to, all the stuff with Chris Evans had to be done separately, because there's no way that wouldn't have leaked if they did that on set.
For sure.
Or maybe they could have had a stand-in, I guess. It doesn't matter. But yeah, because we knew Sabretooth was in it. He was in set photos.
He was in set photos, and then like a TV spot. Yeah, a TV spot as well.
Yeah, we knew Pyro was going to be in it. Lady Deathstrike, Azazel, Toad. I'm kind of surprised they didn't have more screen time.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see any more. We didn't see any more people.
Yeah, as I alluded to in the non-spoiler
what were you
section.
Doing if you saw Peter Dinklage Stryker there? Just like, you know,
Peter Dinklage,
fucking just like, you know, chopping away, or like fucking doing like a hammer, doing like enslavement work.
That'd be Jesus. He's just working on a Sentinel in the background.
Crazy. But I know, yeah, the fucking Chris Evans thing was crazy.
I thought it was. I saw the Human Torch thing coming from a mile away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw it once he showed up, and I was like, oh yeah, because like that's the only person he could ever do. But
I love how Deadpool was like, it's Cap.
I know,
it's Cap.
right?
So for the people who don't know, this is setting up the expectation, but I was like, yeah, he's Human Torch.
Now that's a superhero landing. Fucking like he's like, oh yeah, like I'm about to say it. He's gonna say Avengers. It's like flame on.
It was so good though. It made
know,
me
it
so
was
happy.
so cool. It was so cool. It was so cool.
Because fun fact for anyone, in Deadpool 2 for X-Force, they actually wanted Chris Evans to reprise his role as the Human Torch, but they couldn't do it. So
yeah, and then Pyro took away his powers.
Yeah, Pyro just sucked up his flames. I didn't know Bro could do that. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. But
and then what else? And then fucking poor Chris Evans just gets fucking destroyed.
Get his skin just
he got his skin
ripped
off, and then just down to flames. And then fucking Deadpool was like, "Oh, good thing he was gone. He was fucking up the budget."
What's funny is I bet he actually was pretty cheap.
Yeah,
because it was just, he seems like obviously him and Ryan Reynolds are friends. Like he showed up in Free Guy for a few seconds. Mm-hmm. I think they're just, but like Brad Pitt was in Deadpool 2 and
he just wanted a cup of coffee.
Yeah, he just wanted a cup of coffee. Matt Damon was also in Deadpool 2.
That's true.
But yeah, it was a funny joke. It was a funny joke. But you know, I know better. I know the real deeds. I know the industry.
Put the fries in the bag, bro.
I'm Kevin Feige's agent.
Okay.
What else?
Fucking
Cassandra Nova shows up.
She starts twin with Charles Xavier. Yeah. And then
Juggernaut was there.
A different Juggernaut because the original guy didn't want to put on the suit.
That wasn't the original guy?
Nope.
It wasn't?
Nope.
Really?
It was a different person.
Huh. I was like, damn, he lied.
I was also really upset that he didn't say, "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch."
True.
Just didn't say that, bro. I'm like, ain't no fucking way. Nah, I'm kidding, but yeah, no, it was really cool. And they get fucking banished.
Well, hold on now.
They fucking escape.
Cassandra Nova did that fucking freaky ass shit with her hands.
Yeah, that's was really fucking freaky.
Crazy effect. It looks so good.
You can see all the memories and shit like that, and like you get to see more of like, you know, because of what happened in the Sacred Timeline in 2018, it really shook him up. He, you know, felt like he didn't matter, and that really bogged down his relationship with Vanessa.
Bro fumbled the bag.
I know. Fucking crazy.
How do you fumble that, bro?
I don't know, man.
Now, me personally, I wouldn't have fumbled that. I ain't no bitch like Deadpool.
Real.
But yeah, they escape on a leg. I don't know. Was that from something?
What?
The leg that they escaped on. Was that anything?
Wasn't that part of the first Deadpool movie?
The leg?
Yeah, the first Deadpool movie. It looked like one of the fucking things that like they just one of the rockets or whatever. I don't know.
No.
It reminded me of that.
No, I don't think so. But in the background, there was a helicarrier, obviously the 20th Century Fox logo. There's the Hydra car from the first Avenger. I saw the Milano.
I also saw they're using one of the fucking Fantastic Four little go-kart things.
I forgot the Fantastic car. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah.
The Fan 4 stick car, you know?
Yeah. So they escape.
Yeah, they escape.
So they escape, and Deadpool's quipping and shit, and Wolverine's like, bro, like we gotta keep the plot going. Yeah, so they get, what do they get? Food or whatever? Oh yeah, they go to the diner and they have a bit of a heart-to-heart, and it's sweet. But yeah, again, like that's part of the movie. It's like keeping that heart in it. Like, yeah, jokes galore, but having those moments in the film are really important. Having that downtime and not undercutting it with a joke. I mean, there's jokes in it, but it's not like yeah, I don't know what else to call it, but you know what people would consider MCU humor.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really well done. They meet Nice Pool, right? That's his
yeah, it's Nice Pool.
Hated him. The worst.
Understandable.
He was just like unsettling.
Ryan Reynolds is good at that.
It was like, because like Ryan Reynolds is notoriously nice, but like there's a line, there's like, he's nice, but there's a level of sarcasm, and that guy was just a lot. And there was the bit Dogpool is just like sticking her tongue down down Bro's throat.
I was like, ew, that's fucking gross.
Unfortunately, I know the feeling. Bro, Ninja he has the magical ability to just jam his tongue down. It's like, bro, it's so gross.
That is, no, stop.
No. Nasty indeed. Then what? We get the team.
What team?
The team.
The team?
The team.
What team?
The team.
Before that, they have a fucking car scene.
Oh, before that, they have a car scene because they get the car from Nice Pool.
Yeah, they get the car from Nice Pool, and he fucking just goes back into the cornfields.
Yeah. But, oh, and there was, I think it's in that moment. Was it in that moment? Fuck, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But there was he was like, things have been rough for him since the divorce.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
That was fucking crazy.
Vile. But yeah, that car fight scene was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good.
Probably my favorite fight scene in the movie, probably. I'm thinking. Probably my favorite fight scene. And yeah, of course we have the prisoners moment from Hugh Jackman. Bro, just I just love that he clearly genuinely loves this role.
For sure. As
much as people will be like, oh, Marvel's forcing him. They're forcing him to do this. Look, man, I think his performance shines through and stuff. Like, I feel like it's easy to tell when something's just not, someone's heart isn't really in it. And and Bro's heart is clearly in it. For both of them, clearly. Clearly a lot of love was put into this movie. It's one of those things, like Deadpool just in general just isn't for everyone. And, you know, it makes sense, especially for a character that's so humor forward, and obviously comedy is subjective. Yeah, this kind of humor isn't for everyone. And so this movie isn't going to be for everyone. And that makes sense. But
the team.
Anyway, yeah, the team. So someone takes the car because they're in the back seat, all tied up and stuff because they're just knocked out from fighting. And they take him back. They wake up. I love Deadpool wakes up. He's like, Thor, because he's obsessed with it because of what he saw in the TVA.
Saw Thor.
He was crying over Deadpool. He was like, what's that? Why is Thor crying for me? I see a lot of people freaking out about it. Like, oh, what does this mean? It's just the Dark World. It's just Thor the Dark World, but they replaced Loki with Deadpool. It's nothing. I mean, it'd be cool if it was something, but it's not. It's nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get the team. Who comes out first? But Jennifer Garner as Elektra. She looks great.
Fucking looks good. Jennifer Garner, bad as hell.
It was really funny. It was like, because they were like, oh, they were naming the other people that were on the team, and it was like Daredevil and
like dead.
He was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And Jennifer Garner's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy.
Fucking Blade comes out, Wesley Snipes, bro.
Yeah,
that was crazy as shit.
Was not expecting that. Not because like I was expecting, how do I explain this? It's like he made sense, but from what I understood, I mean, obviously it's not the case anymore, but
Wesley Snipes and Ryan Reynolds had like beef.
Yeah, not on the best of terms, and for good reason.
I love that line. He was like, I don't like you, and then Deadpool's like, you never did.
Yeah. There was that line. He was basically saying like he's the only Blade.
Yeah.
And I was like, for now.
Yeah, I was like, so they finished that script in 2035, bro. But the cameo that I audibly yelled at was Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Poof.
That was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
that's what I was like, wow. And then I thought about it for 2 seconds. I was like, oh no, that checks out. because obviously the whole Fox theme, number one, obviously all the behind the scenes stuff that we know about, number two, and him and Channing Tatum are good friends. Again, he showed up in Free Guy. So I'm like, yeah, that he would. Yeah, that makes sense. But he fucking nailed it, didn't he?
He fucking looks so good.
He looks good. He sounds good.
Yeah, his accent was like something.
He sounds so ridiculous in the best way.
I know. And then fucking Deadpool was like, "Who is your accent coach?" Like
the Minions.
This is awful. Yeah, there's some line delivery. And I was like, "Wow, that sounded really good." And then I was like, "This is horrible," but it's so fucking cool to see him in that costume.
But it's meant to be horrible.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then of course, we knew that she was gonna be in the movie, but Daphne Keane as
X-23, yeah.
X-23, yeah.
It was so cute when she put on the glasses.
I know.
I was like, oh, it's so nice. That's the only part that low key kind of made me emotional. I was like, oh, she put on the glasses. She put on the glasses for Logan.
There was how some characters are when they see like, a person that looks like another a same person they're with. I'm glad that they didn't really like put too much strain on it.
Yeah.
It was kind of like whenever they had their moment, it was like, yeah, like, even though like you don't feel like you belong, you are there whenever, like, yeah, you're there when we need you.
Yeah, they didn't do the trope where it's like, why aren't you just like my Logan?
Yeah,
which is like, annoying.
Yeah, so I'm glad that it's like, yeah, we had the heart to heart. You're here now. You look like my Logan, but of course you're not him. But I'm glad that you're here, and
a little less rugged.
Yeah,
more cartoony. You're in a yellow suit, clown. Yeah. Oh, it was nice the whole that they actually like gave an in-lore reason as to why he didn't.
Yeah,
really wear a costume.
Why he wears a costume. Yeah, I like that too. Which is like, instead of him being like, oh yeah, I just put it on, like. But yeah, no, it was really, really nice. And of course, they ride out to fucking Cassandra Nova's little Ant-Man fucking base. Poor Ant-Man costume.
No, that's it. Just Ant-Man. It's a full-on body.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Poor Ant-Man, bro. Fucked up. They have a fucking fight, bro. Fucking Punisher's dead. Magneto's dead. Fuck. Oh, yeah. Sandra Nova fucking fucked it. She destroyed the helmet.
Oh, I just like, as we're talking about it, like other tidbits are coming back to me. When he's initially talking to Paradox and he walks away, looks towards the camera, he fucking grabs the camera and headbutts it. He's like, fuck you, Fox, or whatever he says. That was really good.
The next cut, he just walks back.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny, dude. But yeah, of course, they had the whole fight or whatever. And then
Gambit. I can't get over Gambit.
Gambit using his abilities. Oh my!
And it actually like, it's like, because like after it's, because it's a bad movie, but after X-Men Origins Wolverine, it's seeing that Gambit. It's not like, I guess it's fine for what they were given, but part of me was like questioning like, does Gambit work in live action? Mm-hmm. Okay, no, it works.
Yeah, it really does work. And it's also like, for me, after watching X-Men Origins Wolverine and then also looking at comics of Gambit, I'm just like, this is something that I'm itching for to see. And
especially after X-Men 97.
Yeah, exactly too. That's even perfect timing. I'm just like, wow, this fucking works. Yeah, it was just really cool seeing that. Like, he has like little moment, use all the cards, and he's like, boom, and then fucking they all explode. Dude, it's
so good, crazy. Bro. So good.
It's so fucking awesome.
Oh man. God, yeah, they get to Cassandra Nova. They put the well, first of all, she fingers Wolverine's brain.
I really like that set design that they did inside of his head, where it's like you see all these like little like alien-esque like headstones and shit, and just mist.
Yeah,
I'm like, wow, that's like really, really fucking cool. And I thought, they were gonna do like a like what Deadpool said, when they're at the fucking little mom and pop shop. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a fucking third act flashback.
I thought we were actually gonna get a flashback,
which would have been cool because like, well, I'm pretty sure it was fake, but when they were doing the whole set photo thing of like of Wolverine and Deadpool fighting at the 20th Century Fox thing in the Void, there was like a set photo of like Cyclops. Yeah. That's why I thought like they're gonna show.
I'm curious. I wonder if that was number one, just an edit, or that was one of the fake leaks I was talking about.
Yeah,
in the news
true.
section. I don't know which, but I also tried my best not to look at because I saw it, but I was just like, it's an edit in my brain.
Yeah, I saw it too, and then I was like, because that's also the thing too. I was like, well, yeah, this person up here is like a Cyclops variant, some shit. Instead of, but as Chris Evans has said, but yeah, when I thought that, we were gonna get like, some flashback of like, different or like variants of like Jean Grey or Beast and Storm and like different costumes or whatever.
I really thought we were gonna get James Marsden as Cyclops, though.
Yeah,
even outside of the fake set photo.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed like that was gonna happen. And it
obviously,
didn't.
I feel like a lot of things were cut. A lot of cameos were cut for sure, but they could probably still add them.
That feels like why bring those kind of people back? Probably pay them shitloads of money just to not use it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but maybe.
I don't know.
And it's also crazy. One of those things. If that's true, if you're right, and there were cameos that were cut, they're never going to get released. Because in the case of Thor: Love and Thunder, Jeff Goldblum was back as Bro.
As Bro.
I'm blanking on his name.
Isn't like the Grandmaster?
Yeah, Grandmaster. There was also an actress that was supposed to be in it that I can't remember who or what she was going to play, but it was someone was going to be in it, and both their roles were cut, and they filmed it, everything, but it hasn't been, nor will it ever be released in any official capacity. If it leaks, I guess it's fine, but it can't be in any official media, like delete scenes on like the Blu-ray, on digital, anywhere, because if it is, they have to pay them again, and they have to like pay them like residuals and shit, and obviously they don't want to do that. So hopefully that's not the case, is what I'm saying. But yeah, they escape through a Doctor Strange portal back to Deadpool's Earth, and there's the army of Deadpools, the Deadpool gang, the Deadpool clique,
army. I feel like they just got like a bunch of cosplayers who like did like all these wacky things, and they're like, hey, be in a Deadpool movie.
I think it's just
a bunch of actors. A bunch of actors.
No, well, I feel like it might. Honestly, I think it might just be a bunch of like stunt people comped in. I don't think it's like actually like all of them were there. Obviously some of them weren't there, like the kid and the baby, but I think some of them were just stunt people, and maybe they did them like 3 at a time and they comped them in.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably mostly stunt people. Some of those suits were fucking fire.
Yeah, like fucking like 2099 Deadpool looking motherfucker.
Yeah, there was also like the samurai one. There was the one that like shot the darts.
Yeah,
that one looked nuts. So Lady Deadpool is Blake Lively.
Blake
Surprise,
Lively,
surprise.
yeah.
And Kidpool is Walter Scoble. Is that Walker Scoble? What's his name?
Walker Scoble. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so that's Kidpool. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, there was also a Wrexham Deadpool. That was funny for me, at least, because Wrexham.
Yes, I know that shit show.
Okay,
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, speaking of which, Rob McElhenney had a cameo. It was cut.
Who?
Rob McElhenney.
Oh, no way.
Mac from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Sad. Or maybe he was in it. He was just like a TVA, because he was supposed to be a TVA guy. Maybe he just had a mask on or some shit. I don't know. But it's because it's like Pete Davidson had a cameo in Guardians 3, but you couldn't see his face.
Yeah, you couldn't see. Yeah.
Anyway, all the Deadpools are there. That sequence, other than the mask, which we'll get to in a second, no, I was like, okay, I get it. I was like, you're a bunch of Deadpools. I get it. But yeah, before that, Nice Pool getting destroyed was great. The bit where he finally, or not finally, but the bit where he was like, but the gold-plated Desert Eagles, though. Yeah. And then they walk out.
Nice Pool got fucking destroyed.
Good. Disturbing ass character.
Fucking dude. Like, it's like, oh, I didn't know he didn't regenerate. Obviously.
But then when they walk out, puts on the mask.
Dude, it was very jarring.
It was jarring.
Because it's like a hoodie, but like it doesn't look like it, obviously. So he fucking puts on the goddamn mask, bro. And I'm just like, the fuck is this? Like, this is so crazy. But I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I get to see it with the mask. So insane. It's like, I don't know, because it's like, it's seeing him with the mask, but it's also like, it's like I'm seeing Wolverine, but my brain's also like, it's Hugh Jackman Wolverine, and my brain's also like, but he doesn't wear a mask. Yeah, part of me is like, this is Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but this could also be a Wolverine stunt double. So this is fucking with my brain a lot.
But and like, it looks good.
But I know, and people were like, oh yeah, because obviously there was like, the thing. There was like a tweet saying like, oh yeah, Wolverine only wears the mask for like a total of like 10 minutes or whatever. That felt like,
and a bunch of people were like upset.
Felt longer than that.
It did feel. I mean, he pretty much wears it the rest of the movie.
Yeah, which is good. Imagine he wore it at the dinner table.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it was really nice seeing that whole the whole fight scene. The fucking Deadpool bus driver, like he's trying to like
he's like
away. And then like
I was just, because it's the mask, my eyes were just focused on Wolvie the entire time.
Yeah, and of course like the fucking the part I was talking about, the bus scene where they fucking they get out and like
they jump out and there's the pose and I'm like, yes, and then they land, I'm like,
yeah, I know, they land and then like Wolverine's just there and I'm like,
it's like a video game select screen.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh god.
But it's also like, because I'm like, this looks weird, but also I'm like, it's cool though. Like, it's cool. Like, I don't know, like again, it's like my critical brain and my nerd brain are clashing, because I'm like, this doesn't look great, but also Hugh Jackman Wolverine in a suit and a mask doing that pose. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't know what to think.
Pick a character and press a ass fucking animation, bro.
Yeah, it was weird, but
yeah, I don't give a fuck. I was fire as hell.
Yeah, I thought like you were alluding to earlier, I fully thought like after that sequence he was going to take off the mask.
Yeah,
but then he just kept it on the whole movie, and I was like, I'm not going to fucking complain.
When that baby was fucking laughing, I was like, oh hell nah, bro. Shit reminded me of fucking Call of Duty Zombies.
Oh my god.
And then they all fucking got up, and I'm like, oh hell nah, fucking round 99.
Yeah, I was because with that whole fight scene, I was like, can they all not regenerate? I was like,
I guess it's just Nice Pool, bro.
Yeah, like, I was just like, they should be healing, right? And then they all got out. I was like, oh, okay. Because I was about to be a little annoyed. But then Peter shows up. And that was a fun bit. Peter. It's like every Deadpool has a Peter.
Every Deadpool has a Peter, and they all fucking rejoice around Peter.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, dude. This is what we came for.
It's like, these guys are cool, actually.
I know, right?
So I can't get over the mask.
The mask looks fucking cool. But yeah, they fucking go stop Cassandra Nova because she fucking stuck her whole hands inside Paradox.
Again, insane effect.
Really insane, but I would be fucking livid. Her hands are inside my brain. I'm getting skull fucked to like death, dude. Skull and finger fucked, bro. It's fucking crazy as shit. And obviously she's trying to take control of the timeline. She wants the Void to be her home. And then Paradox is like, shit, if y'all go down there, y'all gonna die. I mean, obviously. And then, you know, they kind of have that like little predictable, you know, tropey clash. It's like, shit, I gotta do this because, you know, like, I mean, I already fucked up my world.
Yeah.
But it's like Deadpool's like, I gotta do this too because, you know, I want to matter. And then fucking Deadpool fucking Logan fucking goes in, and then Deadpool's like, psych. And fucking starts.
Yeah. So yeah, because you're right, it was very tropey. But then when Deadpool did it and he kept fucking taunting him at the window.
Yeah, that was so funny.
I was like, all right, you saved this. Like at first it was like, this is a really kind of corny cliche moment. I was like, oh, and then you worked it. You worked it in.
Yeah.
And you made it good.
So then, yeah, of course, you know, you have like another like kind of like a cliche type of thing where like, you know, they're the fucking countdowns like the timeline's going down in percentage, and like it's cutting back to like Deadpool and then the villain and even B-15
B-15
and everything, and then like keeps cutting back, and then Logan fucking breaks down a door. They join hands, and then fucking the costume just gets destroyed.
Yeah, it's just
Hugh Jackman's abs are popping out, and then Deadpool takes a look. That was funny as fuck.
Look, I this is a thought I had to the theater. I asked my brother if he thought so. Full respect to our guy Hugh Jackman. Are those his real abs? Like, I know he's jacked, Hugh Jackman, but those were pristine abs for like a 60-year-old man. I mean, then again, it's also like those were like prime the Wolverine abs.
Hey, bro. I'm
just saying, like, no disrespect. Like, if they're fake, they're fake. That's fine.
Hey, bro, you never know. You never know with these Hollywood actors, man. They could be taking anything.
No, you're right. But it was also, again, him like shirtless, but he has the mask on still. It's such an insane. It's so, this movie, like No Way Home, but maybe a little bit lesser than No Way Home, feels so surreal. It's gonna take a while for me to be like, this is fucking real. We have Hugh Jackman with the mask. Because even now I'm still like, man, No Way Home is a real movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if those are his real abs. Because I mean, because you still kind of see him like walking out, like, you know, after like, you know, they were supposedly dead, and then like fucking, you know, Paradox is like, fuck. He comes out with the mask on, and then like everyone's looking at him and shit, and he has to fucking put on the jacket. So,
and then he took the fucking mask off like a pussy.
He took the mask off. Could have
kept it on.
Yeah, you know, fucking B-15 over here, like looking at Peter, and then fucking Paradox like, what the fuck is happening? It's a moment of like silence. But yeah,
right. That moment was like, because when Logan came in at the last second, very predictable, and they both had like their self-reflection moments. It was like, okay, obviously they're not dead, because that would it would be one thing if they marketed the movie as like, we finally get to finish our trilogy. This is capping off the Fox X-Men universe and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and blah blah blah. Then I might be like, the shit, they might actually die. But it's like clearly they have a future in the MCU. So yeah, obviously we're gonna die. But yeah, basically after that it's like happily ever after. Thank God X-23 was there.
I know. I kind of would have been like, damn, like no one made it out alive. Like that'd be fucking kind of crazy. But
Yeah.
it would have been. It just would have made more sense if she was there. And like,
I will say though,
low-key, I was waiting for them to like pan to like, or like the fucking for them to just be in the room or some shit.
Right. It's only Laura, and also they escaped through the portal at the exact moment Eliath came. So I think that's actually OG Laura, and not the one we saw in the void. That
would have made a lot more sense.
And it also makes it thematically better because it's like, oh, Laura gets to. We also see OG Laura.
Yeah,
but also maybe the one in the void is OG Laura. I don't know. What do I know? Also, I always forget that she has the fucking blade in her foot. I constantly forget that. So like she kicked a guy. I was like, oh right. But then
very, very great tool.
The movie ends on us seeing the masks next to each other. Deadpool gets the girl again.
As he fucking should. Who the fuck are you to not date Deadpool? Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Who the fuck are you dating some random guy from your fucking job, not dating Deadpool?
I feel like she was probably lying.
I don't give a fuck. Vanessa, I'll get fucking Fisks to chase after you. And then the fucking in the credits, you see all the behind the scenes footage of all the X-Men films being made and shit like that. It was very, very bittersweet.
It was bittersweet. It was also, I really watching it. I was like, oh, really? But it's really nice that they paid respects to the good and the bad.
Yeah.
Because they easily could have just put in the best movies, but no, they had stuff from the newer X-Men films like Dark Phoenix and shit. They had Fan Four Stick in there. Like, honestly, they really didn't have to do that. But it really is a send off to that entire universe. And so that was really fitting. And then obviously the post credits scene is Chris Evans just absolutely
going to fucking town.
Yeah. It also recontextualizes the earlier scene.
Yeah, of course. Also, you want to know what was kind of crazy too, seeing like when Cassandra Nova was like, fucking fingering Logan's brain, you see fucking clips of like X-Men Origins Wolverine. Oh my god damn. I'm like, damn, that's fucking crazy.
Bro is the worst Wolverine. Got him. Good movie, huh?
Very good.
Would you say it's better than the first Deadpool?
I don't know. The first Deadpool has a very special place in my heart,
Same. There's a lot of nostalgia there with me.
Yeah, so I would definitely say it's like probably interchangeable, I would say.
I love it.
But there's a lot of things to where I'm like, this one's better. This one's like also better. It just depends on the day.
Yeah. I put it in my letterboxed MCU quiz.
I fucking forgot to log it in.
Yeah,
Shit.
you did.
Shit.
It is currently in 8th place for me. Right above Multiverse of Madness and Loki. But just under Thor Ragnarok.
There was a person on mine that I'm following on Letterboxd, and they were like, "Oh, like holy shit! I don't think I've ever loved a Marvel movie since Endgame. I put a bunch of robots, like the big robot head.
Yeah,
I put that under the reply. But yeah, this is really good.
It received an A cinema score, which is good. Although I do find it funny that Thor: Love and Thunder got a B+.
Thor: Love and Thunder is a 5 out of 10 for me.
Thor: Love and Thunder is a masterpiece. I'm just kidding.
So that's stretching it, bro. Take out those goats and probably be a 7.
You are really you think the goats are in it way more than they actually are.
They are fucking in that hoe like 30, like fucking like 40% of the movie, bro.
No.
Here's how you make Thor: Love and Thunder better. You put gore in a lot more, take out those goats, make things more serious. Not a lot of seriousness in that movie. Yeah, I gotta make it a little darker, bro.
Bro, we got Hugh Jackman's Wolverine with the mask.
That was really, really, really good. Did not feel like 10 minutes, bro.
It felt like 20.
So good. I just love how he fucking puts on the mask out of nowhere like a fucking hoodie.
These movies, these multiverse movies, No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, Deadpool and Wolverine, they have a certain feel to them, like a very surrealist, fake feel to them, but not like fake as in like bad CGI, just like this universe is being invaded from things that shouldn't be there, but like not in a bad way. I don't know how else to explain that, because like I'm watching Deadpool interact with Happy Hogan.
For real.
You know what I mean? Oh, speaking of which, very important, they leave this movie off not in the MCU.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that too.
So what's going on?
Because like Josh was telling me, oh, like what do you think they're gonna do with Deadpool in the MCU? I feel like it's at a point to where they're kind of making him like this temporal time being where like he can just show up in the timeline like, no matter what.
TVA is like, hey, we need you.
Yeah, pretty much, like, because it's one of the things where also like Deadpool as a character where like he's not really an Avenger, he's never really has been. So it's like, he's a solo character. So it's like, yeah, they need him. Yeah, they'll just put him in the timeline, but he can still do his own thing. In his own timeline.
And same goes for Wolverine.
Yeah,
he's definitely going to be in Secret Wars.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's gonna be doing shit till he's 90.
Yeah. Such a good movie. Yeah, really 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, it's better than the second one. But yeah, the first one, I as movies, I honestly don't even know how to compare them. But there's such a nostalgia factor there for me that
for sure
it's kind of hard to beat. But yeah, this is definitely because there is so much. This is definitely a movie that we have to see again to really fully grasp and digest. But yeah, did you watch anything this week other than Deadpool and Wolverine?
Nah, just this.
Well, I watched both Alien films.
Yeah, you're getting ready for Alien Romulus, right?
Nope.
Yes, you are.
Nope. I saw that scene of all the face huggers.
Nah, dude. Nope. You're gonna be watching it, bro.
There was one scene with 2 face huggers and aliens, and that was already a nope. I don't need 15 of them running at the screen.
You're gonna be watching it, bro. Trust.
I will not be.
Come on, bro.
But here's what I'll say. Alien, overrated. Bruh. It wasn't that good. Kind of boring. Pretty predictable. To its credit, it was, at the time, very innovative, very iconic film that has just been done to death by this point. So not really its fault that I feel this way. It's just I'm seeing it 100 years later. So, its influences, have already been made, have already been, I would argue, done better. But, still, it's not without its merit. Obviously, it's still a solid movie. I will say, though, just seeing Alien specifically, just in movies like Alien, just in that time period of the late 70s, early 80s, just really makes me respect the original Star Wars so much more, because both Alien and Star Wars had a budget of $11 million, and Star Wars looks so much better. They have way more set pieces and creature designs better explosions, like everything is better. Everything's better in Star Wars compared to Alien, and they have the same budget. The explosion at the wait, have you seen
what, Alien?
Yeah, Alien and Aliens.
I have seen Alien
and Aliens.
No,
you haven't seen Aliens?
No. Well, probably whenever I was a kid.
Okay, anyway, the first Alien, when she explodes the ship at the end, that explosion was lame as fuck. You're coming out 2 years after Star Wars, and that's the explosion you do? Come on, bro. You saw the Death Star explode? They use fucking real explosions and shit. Step your game up, Ridley Scott. George Lucas is so much better than you. Like, step your shit up, bro. What are you doing? Ridley Scott, fucking garbage ass director, for real. But it was an okay movie. Also, in the first Alien, there is a robot character clocked at like the first scene he was in. One, because he was acting really robotic, but also number two, although I haven't seen these movies, I'm still familiar with Alien just as a franchise, and I know there's robots in them, so it was easy to tell. But then I saw Aliens. I suppose I'll keep this spoiler free for your sake, but so much better. It was so much better. I gave Alien a 6 out of 10. I would give Aliens 8 to 8.5 out of 10. Big jump in quality for me. Pretty much everything was better. James Cameron just really understands how to make a sequel between Terminator or Terminator 2, between Alien and Aliens. He understands how to make a sequel, unless it's Avatar, in which case he can't make a sequel because the original source material is already bad. So outside of that, he's really good. But yeah, great movie. I guess similar to T2, takes everything from the original, amplifies it, makes it more entertaining. Also, I will say a lot of the general discussion between both Aliens, it's like, oh, Alien is like the horror movie, and Aliens is like is more of an action thriller. And the first Alien wasn't scary at all. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's just me, I guess. But yeah, Aliens was so much better. There's a little girl in it who was incredible. Child actors, especially back in those days, extremely hit or miss. That little girl fucking killed it. She was awesome. Obviously, Sigourney Weaver is fantastic in both of these. The action is stepped up. Everything is stepped up. Yeah, really solid. Although I will say James Cameron, something about in Terminator, the Terminators are from Cyberdyne Systems, and in Aliens, they I think work for a company called Hyperdyne Systems, which is interesting that they have extremely similar names. And I know that they're not in the same universe, as much as I'm sure people want them to be. Not in the same universe. I think James Cameron is just a little lazy. He was like, I have Cyberdyne Systems. What about Hyperdyne Systems? That works. But yeah, great films. Well, one of them was great. The other one was okay, I guess. Anyway, is that the show?
That is the show.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to the Avengenerds podcast. If you want to follow us, we're at Avengenerds on Twitter. That's AVENGE Nerds. All one word. If you want to follow either one of us, you can reach me at @itzenith _ on Twitter. Where can they reach you?
At Touring Guy on Instagram.
Amazing. We also have a Discord if you'd like to join the conversation there. This will be linked in the show notes. You can also check out our link tree for any additional links you may be interested in. You can also review the show on Apple Podcasts. If you can leave 5 stars in a review, it would really help us out. Thanks again for listening to Avengers Podcast. We'll see you next week with probably the San Diego Comic-Con stuff.
Later.